Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am doing a full face of first impressions, creating this look that I have on here. Absolutely everything that I used in this video is a first impression, or I think one of them I just haven't used in like 3 years, so it's like a redo first impression. But anyways, pretty much everything in this video is all my first time using it, so come join me and try out to see if I like the products or if I didn't like them. So let's hop right into the look. So I've got a lot of new makeup with me and I'm ready to just give it a shot and try it out. So let's hop right into it. Alright, so I'm barefaced, ready to go, and the first product that I want to try out that I bought and have been patiently waiting for the chance to sit down and film is the new Maybelline Tattoo Brow Tint. And I wanted to get this when I was in Canada before I came back to Australia, but they didn't have it when I was there, which was surprising. I thought for sure they would have, but they didn't in Canada when I was still there. So I was really excited when I saw it in Australia, but unfortunately it is more expensive here. I can't remember. I feel like I paid $15 for it. That's what I feel like I paid. So let me know how much this costs in your country that you live in. I'd be really curious to know. I'm having the hardest time getting this open. Ugh. So I got mine in the color light brown. I hope it won't be too orange on me. I avoided putting any skincare on my brow area, so let's go ahead and try it out. This is what the container packaging looks like, but I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably already seen it. And basically it's really similar to the Korean style gel brow tattoos. I think Etude House was the first brand to come out with them. Then I tried the April Skin version of it, which was really good. It was perfect for my New Zealand trip. I remember I put it on before I went, and then I just had brows on for like a whole week. So we'll see how this goes. I'm not too sure if the long wear is as good as the Korean one. So it says this product, it doesn't particularly say how many days it lasts for, but it does says it lasts for days. So it's not really apparent on how many days you're going to get out of it. I know with the April Skin one that I tried, it did claim 7 days, so about a week. This one doesn't tell you, so I guess that means it really depends on your skin type and how oily your skin gets and stuff like that. So let's just take a look at what it looks. Ooh, it's really gooey. So basically you apply it on dry, clean brows in the shape that you want, and then you let it stay on for I think 20 minutes it says, which is amazing because the Korean ones want you to keep it on for as many hours as possible. Well, this one's only 20 minutes, I think. Ooh, I'm gonna put a lot right in this front brow area because that's where I naturally have a weird bald spot. So I'm just gonna kind of cake it on there and then pull it through. I remember when I first used one of these products, the April Skin one, it came with brow stencils and it was the worst using the stencils. So I feel like with these, if you already normally do your eyebrows, it's best to stay away from stencils. I don't think the Maybelline ones come with any though, so that's good. I'm gonna try to get that like hair drawn on strokes that I normally do with my brow pencils and powders. We'll see how that works out. Yeah, I feel like I have to dip in quite a few times, to be honest, to get like the amount of product that I want to do like a clean application. So I feel like this product wouldn't last long if you plan to use it quite often. Oh, I feel like that's good enough. I can't really go in and touch it up anymore, so I'm done. I'm gonna leave this on for 20 minutes while I do the rest of my makeup and try not to smudge anything else. Right now, I feel like it's drying pretty well. It's not drying too fast. I was able to comfortably play around with the formula without it kind of chunking up too much on me, so that's pretty good. So let's wait 20 minutes, do the rest of my makeup, and see what happens with my eyebrows. So I have one new foundation on me that I haven't used yet, but I've actually had it for a while, but I've been waiting to do a video like this, and it is the BYS Matte Foundation in Sand Beige. I'm not 100% sure if it will match my body at this moment because I do still have fake tan on, but we'll just see how it goes anyway. I'm sure it will be fine. So I'm just gonna give it a good shake because I feel like it's been sitting and waiting around in my collection for a while. And there is no description of this foundation on the product, so I can't really explain to you guys what it is, but I think it's just supposed to be a general matte foundation, like there's nothing else to it. So let's open it up and see how it is. For this foundation, I think I'm gonna apply it my favorite way, which is using a cushion puff. I just have my Innisfree cushion puff right here. Ooh, so it has a pump. I like that already. Pumps are the best. So I'm just gonna put a couple onto the back of my hand and just try to get that product up. Ooh, oh my gosh. This is way thicker than I intended. It's like a mousse type texture. Let's see how this goes. If you guys can see on the back of my hand, it came out not liquidy at all. It literally is like a whipped mousse. So let's pick that up on my puff. Oh my god, that is weird. This is really weird. Okay. Oh, that is thick. It's interesting because it's thick, but it feels like it has a cooling and really hydrating effect on the skin. Like it's just kind of melting into my skin. It doesn't have any apparent added fragrance that I can see. Let's check the ingredients. No? Okay. The first ingredient is water and the second is glycerin. So that's probably where I'm getting that hydrating feeling from. It actually has a really small ingredients list, but it does have it has 2 paraben ingredients in it. And it does actually have perfume, but I can't really smell it. That's weird. It is a shade lighter than the rest of my body, but the tone range is still matching me pretty well. In person, on camera, I'm not too sure, but it seems like a really good match. I'm actually impressed. I like how minimal the ingredients list is too. Some people might be upset about the fact that there's 2 parabens present in it, but it seriously matched really well. It gave me a nice medium coverage, definitely not a heavy coverage. A little kind of goes a long way. With those 3 pumps, I was able to cover almost my whole face. I just need to do my nose and my forehead. I actually kind of really like this. I'm gonna try to avoid that tattoo area. Oh. So I'm actually pretty surprised with that foundation. It doesn't feel heavy on my skin, but as it's drying down, I can kind of feel the mattifying effect, especially on areas where I naturally am dry, so on the inner cheeks. I can sort of feel a slight pulling effect, but otherwise I feel like this is a really nice lightweight medium coverage foundation that gives a semi-matte finish. I have a really minimal amount of moisturizer on today because I was doing my eyebrows, and I still feel like I have a little bit of a natural glow from my hydrating cream coming through, but otherwise, like, it does not feel sticky or anything, and it's not really transferring onto my hands much at all. There is a little bit of transfer, but it's really minimal. I don't feel a need to set this foundation at all with powder, so I'm not going to today because that is not how I naturally like to do my makeup anyway. I never like to set my foundations with powder because it breaks me out all the time. So I'm quite impressed. I don't feel like this foundation did anything good for my pores. I can still see them. However, the foundation is not avoiding the pores or settling into them. It's just kind of like not really doing anything at all for pores. So that was the BYS Matte Foundation in Sand Beige. For concealer today, I don't actually have a new concealer on me, so I'm just going to be using one that I haven't used in a long time, and this is the Espoir Instant Spot Corrector. I'm not too sure if they still carried it. I feel like it was the limited edition launch that I got in Korea, but I'll try to find it online for you guys, and if I can't, then I guess it was limited edition. But I'm just going to go in and apply a few dots for a slight illuminating and concealing effect. It's really liquidy, blends nicely, but wow, does it have a strong fragrance, so not really a fan of that. But it's blending really well with the foundation that I put on. Like, it's blending into it, but I feel like at the same time it's still making that pore area look a bit cakey, which is unfortunate. I'm just gonna pull whatever is left on my finger over top of my eyelids as a base. So now that my foundation and concealer is done, I'm going to go in and contour to try to add color to my face, and I'm going to be using the Sleek Makeup Contouring Kit, and they're stunning. This is my first time looking at this kit, and wow. So let's try it out today. First, we're going to go in with that contouring shade and see how it works. So just picking that up with a contour brush, let's go ahead and dive. Oh, almost dropped things. Let's go ahead and dive in. So just gonna, ooh, oh, it's pigmented. Okay. Okay, easy does it. Ooh, okay, I don't want to go too overboard, so let's take whatever is left over and do my jawline as well. That's nice. That's really nice. Just gonna try to like pull it up because I feel like I got a pretty strong contour, which I don't always like. Put a little bit on my forehead, try to blend that out. I feel like this contour shade is honestly pretty warm, So I feel like if I didn't have a fake tan on my body, this would be a bit too warm for my winter skin tone. If you have a more medium tan skin tone, then this would work really nicely. I'm gonna be taking that same contour color and I'm gonna try contouring my nose with it. I usually use brow powders for my nose because I feel like they just look a little less dirty, I feel like. I don't know. Whenever I use actual face contouring colors on my nose, I feel like it just looks muddy all the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and try using this today to contour my nose. So just a little bit on a really short, dense shadow brush. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to do my usual nose contour. For my nose, I feel like it just didn't really want to blend that well, and I feel like the undertone is just a little too warm for my nose. Like I feel like it's just pulling more red tones and making my nose look literally a bit red. So I'm just gonna go in with my puff and try to blend that out as I normally would. So I'm not too sure how I feel about that. I feel like I would need to be more tanned on my face to be able to pull that off on my nose a little bit better. Next, we're gonna go into that palette and try out the blush, which I'm actually really excited about. It's this lovely kind of peach pink with a gold undertone shimmer to it. And I just think it's stunning. It's kind of reminding me of that NARS Orgasm shade that was so popular way back in the day when like beauty YouTube was still just starting out. Everyone had NARS Orgasm. So let's go ahead and try that out on the cheeks right above that contour area. Ooh, it's really subtle. Like it's not overly applying to my cheeks, which is nice, and it's not going on blotchy even though I didn't set that area with powder. I'm in love with that. I feel like that is one of the prettiest blushes that I own now. I'm so far really digging this contour kit, so let's go ahead and highlight while we're at it and just kind of finish off the whole base makeup look. So going in, I'm going to pick up that highlighter there, which honestly doesn't look too beaming. It looks like just kind of a really subtle highlight. It's not really picking up the light too much, so let's pick it up and try to see what happens. It feels like more of a peachy highlighter rather than a nice neutral warm white. So I feel like once again this palette is more driven to those with tanned or medium skin tones, or light to medium. So let's just put that right there. So it's not giving me a real wow bam light, it's just this really pretty glow. It's very natural looking, not too heavy at all. Really natural dewy skin effect. And let's just do the rest of my highlight with that. So just doing the tip of my nose. Yeah, once again, it's not like a bam in your face highlighter. It's really easy to not go overboard with this highlight at all. But if you're looking for something that's more like buildable and bam in your face, then I don't think this is the kit for you. But if you want something that's great for everyday wear that you can just quickly throw on before you go to work to kind of like give yourself a nice fresh healthy glow, then I think this sleek contour and blush palette is really cute. Moving on to the eyes, I have the Balm's Nude Beach Volume 2 eyeshadow palette, and this is like the first Balm product I've ever owned. And this palette has a ton of beautiful warm tone eyeshadows. You got a few mattes in there and a few shimmers, which I'm really excited to try out. So let's create a look today with the colors that they provide in this kit. So I think for today I want to kind of go for a gold toned smoky eye if I can. I always say like I want to go for a certain look, but then it never ends up being exactly what I say, I feel like. So I don't know how this is going to turn out, but first I'm going to take the color Bold, which is a nice matte medium brown neutral shade. So let's go in with a blending brush and use that as our transition color. I'm just gonna, oh, it's so pigmented. Interesting, so I felt like in the palette it looked more of a neutral brown, but on my eye I feel like it's transferring really warm. I'm going to take that color and pull it onto the lower lash line as well and connect it up into that transition shade. So just kind of doing like a whole circumference of my eye basically. It blends it really nicely, and especially for the fact that I didn't set my eyes with any powder as a base, I'm quite impressed. It's not really going on blotchy whatsoever. Next, going into that palette, I think I'm going to take Breathtaking and apply that as the main lid color, just kind of all over the entire lid space. And I'm going to be using this sleek makeup brush that I got in a little 7-set travel kit. Whoa, that picks up a lot of color. Okay. Ooh, that is gold. It certainly is breathtaking. They were not lying with that name. No wonder everyone always loves the Balm Cosmetics eyeshadows. They just go on so buttery and smoothly without any like chunking anywhere. I'm really impressed, like not gonna lie. Quite impressed. Next, I'm going to go in and take the shade Bootylicious, which is kind of more of a warm toned, kind of a burgundy shimmer shade. So let's take that on another Sleek Cosmetics travel brush. And I'm just going to pick that up, and this is kind of on a dense pencil brush. We're just going to use that on the outer corner and pull it in towards the middle. I feel like this shade isn't giving me much of a difference, to be honest. It's deepening up that gold, the breathtaking shade, a little bit, but it's honestly not doing that much. Not super impressed with that eyeshadow. Like, I feel the need to just keep picking up the color, and I'm not getting any of the payoff I was expecting. Otherwise, it's really, really pretty to use in combination with the previous eyeshadow, but it's just not giving me the effect I thought it would. Next, with this BYS angled concealer brush, because apparently all the rest of my eyeshadow brushes are dirty, I'm going to take the color Bodacious, which is a really warm toned medium orange shade, I feel like. Ooh, it's pigmented. So I'm going to take that up, and I'm just going to use that to closely line my lower lash line. Pull it all the way to that inner corner and keep it tight on there. I don't really want to blend it down. Next, I just kind of want to deepen my crease a little bit. We'll see how this goes. So I'm going to take the shade Bronzed with a fluffy pencil brush and just kind of try to keep it right in that crease area. And then on the outer portion, just kind of pull it up into that transition shade to soften it and connect it to that lower lash line as well. And taking a little bit more, I'm just gonna deepen that outer corner a little bit. Going back in with whatever's left over on the original transition shade brush, we're just gonna lightly buff out that top portion again so everything is kind of smooth. Going in, I'm going to take the color Babe and try to highlight my inner corner with that. It's not really doing much, to be honest. It's not really giving me that bam light effect that I want, but I mean, it is highlighting it, but it's just really subtle. I'm just gonna go in with this large kind of flat shadow brush, and I'm just gonna wipe that right under my brow bone. Ooh, it's really pretty for the brow bone. And that's it for the eyeshadows. That's all I'm gonna use from this palette, because I just don't feel like using any other colors, to be honest. And then with a clean brush, I'm just gonna try to wipe away any fallout, because I did honestly get quite a bit of fallout on my nose, which is unfortunate, because it always ruins my contour when it happens. Like, what is that? What is happening? I did not get any eyeliners to try, any new ones, so I'm just gonna skip that step for today and move right on to falsies. Oh, throw them everywhere. So I got these double lash BYS falsies in Double Drama. I've used their triple lashes before and they're stunning, so we'll see how these double ones play out today. All right, so my lashes are on. I feel like they are pretty heavy for my usual style, but that's okay. And I feel like they would be better with eyeliner just because the band is kind of thick, so I feel like it's really apparent to where the band is on my eyes, but oh well, what can you do? So I'm just gonna go in with the Balm Mad Lash Black Mascara and try it out over top of these falsies. Interesting wand. I haven't used a synthetic wand like this in a long time. I personally prefer fabric style or fiber style wands over the synthetic silicone type, but let's try it out today. Ooh, it smells chemically. It's doing a really nice job to blend my natural lashes with the falsies. Definitely a really subtle mascara rather than a volumizing one. I feel like this definitely does more of a lengthening effect. I'll stab myself in the eye. No! Overall, for this mascara, it definitely is more for defining the lashes rather than even lengthening or volumizing. To be honest, it didn't really do anything for my lashes other than darken the color slightly and get all over the place. Because the silicone brushes, in my opinion, are very, very long and easy to like hit on your eyelids or stab yourself in the eye with. I haven't had this much struggle with mascara in quite a while, so I personally don't know if I'll ever use this that much. I might use it for like quick grocery shopping runs, but otherwise I don't think this is a mascara for me. So while I wait for those mascara smudges to dry before I can wipe them away, I'm gonna move on to the lips, and here I have the Balm Meet Matte Hues Long Lasting Liquid Lipstick in the color Reliable, which looks like a very nice kind of classic neutral kind of dusty rose shade or nude shade. To be honest, in the jar it's hard to tell how it's gonna really play off on my lips, so let's try it out. It smells really minty. Okay, so I'm in love with this color. Look at it. It's like the perfect like going out for dinner color. I feel like I'm in love with this shade. It is really minty though, so it has a really tingling effect to the lips. I don't know if it's supposed to be plumping. The mint feeling is interesting. It's super lightweight, like it doesn't even feel like I have a liquid lipstick on my lips. It almost feels like I just have like a minty lip chap on my lips. I don't know, I'm in love with this shade. It did feel like it had some oil in it when I was applying it. It felt like it was really slippery and almost easy for it to transfer, but otherwise it's drying down pretty nicely. It still is a bit tacky in the middle, so I'm not too sure about that, but otherwise it doesn't really feel that drying at all. So this is actually really freaking amazing. I'm really impressed. There hasn't been a liquid lipstick formula that I have loved other than the Jeffree Star one, and then Kylie Jenner's comes second to that, but still hers I feel can be quite drying at times. And Jeffree Stars are really nice and moisturizing and don't make your lips feel super dried out, but they do feel kind of heavy at times. But this one feels amazing on my lips. I'm really impressed. So definitely check these out. I didn't even know that they had liquid lipsticks. That's really impressive. So I'm just gonna go in and try to remove those mascara smudges on my eye, and then just going back in with that orange eyeshadow shade, I'm just gonna try to cover up any bits that did not really want to come off. All right, you guys, so before we finish off the look, let's try and peel off these eyebrows. So I don't know, should we use tweezers? I feel like we should use tweezers. So let's start from, oh, that came off so easily. Let me see if I can get closer for you guys. It literally just like flung right off as soon as I picked it. Trying not to actually pull out my real hairs because that would suck. Just kind of peeling away. So it's definitely been like 40 minutes, not 20. Oh, it's kind of sticking to the hairs in the middle. Like it doesn't really want to let go of those ones. See if I can comb it. Oh yeah, that's better. And then peel off the rest. Oh my gosh! Okay, sorry if I just yelled in the mic, but that actually is a really good color. That was light brown too, so it didn't really leave too much of a warm tone. I feel like it's perfect for my hair color. The front is a little unforgiving. You can see it's a bit blotchy, but I feel like the spoolie might be able to buff it out. Okay, so we're stuck with that. Not bad at all. I feel like at the front of my brows, it kind of over-absorbed. Like I feel like it's really over-absorbed in the front, but the spoolie's kind of able to scrape it away a little bit. Well, anyway, you guys, this is it for the final look. I'm in love. I actually feel like this is a really good date makeup look. Just maybe minus the falsies or get more natural looking falsies. And this would be such a pretty date night look if you're going out with your husband or your boyfriend or a blind date or a new first date. I freaking am in love. I feel like it's just such a natural, subtle look, but still glam at the same time. So anyway, you guys, let me know what you think. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have tried any of the products that I tried for the first time today. I would love to know your guys' opinions on them or what you think about them, or if it worked for you or didn't work for you. Definitely let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your opinions. Otherwise, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to thumbs up if you did, as it seriously helps me out. Comment down below as I said before, and of course subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, as I upload pretty regularly here on this channel. Anyway, I will see you next time. Bye!